Back into Wake Up America, I'm Rob Finnerty. Arguably the biggest story in politics right now is the four-state lawsuit coming from Texas Attorney General Ken Paxton, challenging the election's results in Georgia, Michigan, Pennsylvania, and Wisconsin. And joining us right now to talk about the case, attorney for President Trump, Jordan Sekulow. Jordan, thanks so much for being with us here on Wake Up America. 106 House representatives are backing Paxton's lawsuit. We expect that number to grow even more today. 6 fellow GOP attorneys general are also backing the lawsuit. So where are we right now with the case?
So right now we've got you've got 18 states and then with Texas that have filed briefs in support of Texas. So 17 of those, and then 6 of those 17 have actually asked to intervene in the case. They actually want to be parties in the case. The president has also filed a motion to intervene. And then you've got 2 states, interesting, Ohio and Arizona, that aren't taking a position but are asking the court to take up the case and have hearings on the case. On the other side, you've got 20 states plus D.C. and 2 U.S. territories that are saying that are opposed to what Texas has done. I think we're at a stage right now, to be very honest with the Newsmax audience, with everything that's at stake in this case, that we will likely hear something substantive out of the Supreme Court today or over the weekend. I mean, it's kind of 50-50. And I can kind of walk the viewers through what that could be.
Yeah, please do.
First, obviously, Rob, you could have the decision. They could decide based off all the briefing that's already come in, the 106 members of Congress, the states opposing. So you had responsive briefing. So the case was joined, as we like to say. So you could have the court actually issue a decision. And it could be short. It could be a decision that does not go in the president's favor, that they deny these requests, that they deny the injunctions. They could. The next option, another option, is that the court ask for more briefing. So they ask the parties like Texas and the other states. They start granting those motions to intervene from both sides, and then they ask for responsive briefing. So Texas and these other states would then respond to the briefs filed by Pennsylvania, Georgia, Wisconsin, and Michigan. So that's the kind of the second step. That would be, again, continuing the case. I think it would happen very quickly. They would have to respond very quickly. And then the third option, and this is a possibility as well, because this is a case of original jurisdiction, is that the court could very well ask for oral argument. They could say, we have enough briefing, we need to do an oral argument. So I think that's the 3 things to look for. One is it coming to a close. And I think if it comes to a close early, that's not a great sign for the president. But again, I don't like predicting the court. It could come early and be a good sign for the president.
Yeah.
I think, though, if it's going to move in the president's favor, Rob, you got to look for some additional time here, some either additional briefing, so where they're accepting these motions to intervene and then briefing from those parties and states, the members of Congress, or actually setting an oral argument. And again, so all 3 of those options are on the table. And I think we'll know within the next probably, it could be this afternoon. Everybody's going to be refreshing the Supreme Court's website on this docket of the case, but could be tomorrow as well and over the weekend.
If they, and this might be a silly question, but if they do rule in the president's favor and conservatives have a 6-3 majority in the Supreme Court right now, what happens then? What does it look like then?
Okay, so what happens? The prayer for relief that is at the end of the Texas brief asks for the Supreme Court to basically declare that the elections in these 4 states, Georgia, Wisconsin, Pennsylvania, Michigan, were violated the constitutional protections of one. It's Article 2, which is how you set up the manner of elections, and that has to be done by state legislatures. The Article 2 is very clear about that. Not at the executive branch in states, not administrators, not bureaucrats. So, and then the due process and equal protection claims. So they would basically declare that the presidential election, which is what is at issue here, was done illegally in these states. So then the next options are the court will not then decide President Trump has won these electors.
Yeah.
The court will then throw this back to the states. The state legislatures will then be, the court will say you have to choose a new set of electors. Now, could a state say, well, Supreme Court said what we did was illegal, but we still want to honor the votes that came in. Some of those states have said that already in these specific states that are Republican-controlled state legislatures. But
Jordan,
I don't think if the court says that what they did was illegal, that they're going to set the same electors. And there's a provision that also protects the president there. If the states can't figure it out on their own, it's too divisive, it goes to Congress. It's by state delegation. Republicans control state delegations in the House.
26.
They don't have the House majority, but they control the state delegations 27 to 22 with 2 ties, which means the House would choose likely President Trump to be the next president.
And Jordan, we're super tight on time. The clock, I know the clock's ticking. The Electoral College gets together on Monday. I think we're expecting something from the Supreme Court today. And I just want to, just so the viewers know, because this is confusing for everyone. So Ken Paxton, Attorney General in Texas, he's asking the Supreme Court to block the electors in those 4 states, Pennsylvania, Michigan, Georgia, and Wisconsin, from voting on Monday. That's the day that the Electoral College gets together to vote on who the next president will be. Quickly, and we're very tight on time, but a new poll just came out about the legitimacy of the election, and this won't surprise you or the president, I'm sure. 72% of Republicans say emphatically that the election was not legitimate. 98% of Democrats say that the election was legitimate. I think if you're waking up to CNN every morning, I'm surprised that number's not 100% with the way that they're framing this whole argument. Jordan Sekulow, good luck over the next several days. Keep us posted. Thanks so much for being with us. We appreciate it.
Will do. Thank you, Rob.